We are taking charge of every facet of our lives, and this is Take Charge with Sophie. I am Sophia Kafuite. In our last episode, we talked about the need to plan in order to win. In this episode, we'll be talking about what to do next after planning. You agree with me that plans cannot implement themselves, and beautiful plans without implementation amounts to nothing. So what do you do next after planning? You have to take action. The interest used to it, and then you do it effortlessly without anyone pushing you. You realize that personally, if I change my password on my PC or something, for the first 2-3 weeks I keep repeating the same password I was using earlier. So you realize that if you do something for a period of time, the little habits that we are used to, they become like our lifestyle and they become used to it. So we need to establish positive habits by having a routine for all the plans that we've set. So I was talking about the exercise, and if it has to do with the diet, you know that okay, and you need to be disciplined. Yes, our tongues are so used to eating sweet things and all that, so you still have to be disciplined in order to eat something that you know that your tongue is not happy with, because you know what you get at the end of the day. So now let's come to our money goals. I mentioned earlier that money is like vitamin M, and yes, it's moja. So if you know that money is vitamin M, and no matter your mood, it can keep you smiling and all that, you really have to do something about your money goals. What do you do about your money goals? It's difficult to get. So if you are going to spend it, you spend it cautiously by using a budget. So now you have beautiful money goals. I want to be able to make this money within this period of time. What am I supposed to do to make that money and all that? We have two variables. You either increase your income generation or you reduce your expenditure. And increasing your income generation is mostly difficult for a lot of people. So handle the one that you can manage. The expenditures, let's assume your income level has not changed the last two years. So with the same income level, in order for you to have more buffers to invest and use for something else, then it means you have to cut your expenditure. But if you think you are at the level where it's very difficult for you to cut your expenditure, then you must as well increase the income level by doing something on the side that will generate income for you to be able to use. Now let's come to our spiritual. How do you manage implement your spiritual goals and all that? I was saying that we are spirit, soul, and body, so you cannot ignore divinity in what you do with your life. So what do you do? It's very difficult sticking to it because it's a relationship with your God. Sometimes it's very difficult for others to measure your level of spirituality and all that. So you know yourself better. You have to make sure that if it is a prayer, you set a routine for yourself, that maybe you pray in the morning and in the night. I have a personal prayer routine where when there's nobody in my car and I'm driving, I turn off the radio and then I start praying till I get tired and I stop. Apart from praying in the morning and praying in the night. Or if I'm there and I'm free, I just start praying in my head. So you should establish a prayer regime for yourself so that there's a constant communication with God. Do it till the time that your body gets used to it. Consistency has to come, because if you want to see results, even investment, you can't build wealth with 6 months salary. You have to build wealth with years of savings and years of cutting your expenditure and all that. So everything needs to be, you need consistency, you need discipline in all you do, and then perseverance. The interesting thing about life is that um, the road can be rough, the road can be muddy, but I always ask myself, I mean, I've come too far to turn my back, because where I've gotten to, going back is far and continuing is equally far. I'd rather continue and win. I know a lot of us have hear about the impossible story of David and Goliath. We all knew that Goliath was a talented fighter. Physically, he was mightier than David, and he was wearing all the armory and everything that is needed to protect him from the Israelites. But David was able to use a stone with just a sling to be able to kill Goliath. So when God intervenes in the affairs of men, he gives us victories that we actually wouldn't have gotten. So, I mean, there are so many things that looks impossible in our goals and all that. So we need to try as much as possible to involve God in the difficult. In fact, involve God in everything, so that you can have a lot of easy wins and all that. Sometimes it delays because God wants you to build character. So as much as possible in implementing your goals, you need divine intervention to be able to do that. And even the Israelites, they were in captivity for so many years. For them to be able to leave Egypt, it took the intervention of God. So why do you have godly intervention and you want to do it all by yourself? You think your strength can do it. No, your strength cannot do it. You need God to help you. So in executing your plans, don't forget to add prayer to it so that you can have divine intervention. How about having an accountability partner? Sometimes we do things, we keep telling ourselves, I'm trying, but I'm not seeing results. I'm trying, but I'm not seeing results. You need someone who will be very blunt with you, who will tell you that do it like this, or stop what you are doing. I remembered when I was writing my professional accounting exams. When it's close to exams, I had this steady mate who would WhatsApp me. Sophie, you're on WhatsApp. Sophie, you're on Facebook. Sophia, you're on LinkedIn, drop your phone. Like, he will check me and tell me to drop my phone, and he will insist that I do it. When I leave Facebook, I go to LinkedIn, he will go there, say you are active here, drop your phone. Whatever I do, was like, he polices me and a whole lot of things. So you realize that you need people in your life who will be very blunt and very frank with you to tell you that this thing that you are doing, you are not doing it right, and you can do it this way. And someone who, the accountability partner can be someone, you can be peers, all of you are studying the same course together, so that you can share ideas and all that. Sometimes you feel like you know it all, but someone has a better strategy than yourself to be able to pass or win whatever it is that you have been struggling to win. Maybe for all you know, you are doing the wrong thing and you are not really using the right strategy. So you need an accountability partner who could be someone who is your peer, doing the same course with you, or you need someone who has actually passed through it and has succeeded. Maybe the person is your mentor or someone. So in order for you to be able to actually implement your goals and all that, you need an accountability partner that you share your goals with. This is what I want to do. These are the timelines. I expect to do this and this within this time frame. And so that that person can be your coach to push you to do the right thing. Another thing we should consider in executing our goals is the need for be in the right company. If you are in the right company of people with similar aims and aspirations, it's very easier for you to achieve your aim. Anytime I'm writing my exams, I always want to join study groups because I believe that it makes it very easy for me to learn with people than doing it alone on my. Okay, I can do a lot of things by myself, but I always feel like I need people, so that once we are all aiming at the same thing, when I'm slacking, I see that somebody is doing well, it pushes me. One of the advantages of, being in the right company is that it gives you positive energy. If you tell yourself, sometimes we believe that in setting our goals, it is all about what you want to do. But sometimes in setting your goals, it has to do with some of the things you need to stop. So if you are drinking and you want to stop drinking, you cannot continue to have people who drink casually or leisurely as your friends, or you are a drunkard. You can't continue to be in the company of drunkards and expect that you stop drinking. If you are womanizing, or you are doing certain things that are not right, or you've been stealing, or you've been doing certain things that are not right, you don't expect to be in the company of people who see nothing wrong with that thing that you are trying to stop. So you need company, good company for that matter, and that can also go a long way to really help you achieve your aim. So it's very important that we treat our lives like the life of an athlete. For an athlete to be able to win and receive a trophy or something, the athlete must run the race to the finishing line, and the athlete must be in the rightful position to win the trophy before the athlete is seen as a winner. So we need to be finishers, and then we also need to push ourselves to finish on time and in the right position for us to be able to win whatever it is that we are looking for. We cannot continue to treat our lives like secondary and expect to have first class results. We need to be very, very serious. I know that sometimes it gets very difficult to continue to push, especially if you are not seeing the needed results. But if you feel like giving up, remember why you started. The interesting thing is that our company in our next recording. Bye bye.